Mazi Nnamdi kanu, this is the FCT High Court, Abuja. So Mazi Nnamdi kanu has filed a 550 million naira suit against the Nigerian Medical Council and the 10 medical doctors that conspired and issued a fake medical report against him. And the court ordered that they should examine Mazi Nnamdi kanu, but that they never did. So they went to wrote what they call medical report, and it was that medical report that made the court to refuse Mazi Nnamdi kanu's bail. So based on that, we have written to them, and they did not show any remorse. So we have filed a suit against them. It's 550 million naira suit against the Nigerian Medical Council and other medical doctors. So that is the position. Thanks and God bless you.
We need Trump. Trump must come to Nigeria to fight against these terrorists.
Since Nnamdi Kanu has taken, the charges against him by the federal government to another level, by what? By really fortifying himself and what? And charging the NMA as regards their fake result against Nnamdi Kanu, which the whole world now have seen, even has gotten to the US government as regards the fake result that the Nigerian Medical Association, publish out. What's your take as regards this?
Mazi Nnamdi kanu, you can see the preparation is ongoing, and a lot of a cannon is being fired from different angles at this point in time. Mazi Nnamdi kanu has taken it upon himself and is going to the war front. He's leading on the front now, and you know that the federal government has actually declared war on him, and he's not backing out, and he's taking it upon himself and leading a counter attack on the federal government completely without looking back. If you can see on the video what the lawyer Mazi Nnamdi kanu is making a certain revelation. A few days ago, we heard about his presence in the Supreme Court and the heroic appearance there, that erupted there, and the kind of celebration that they gave him, and the overwhelming support from different people. Mazi Nnamdi kanu was spotted on the street of Abuja, being mobbed by followers and lovers, right there when he tried to file a certain application to stop his trial ahead of 2020. And also on that too, today again, we've seen another legal showdown with Omotosho, Nigerian Medical Association, NBA, and the rest of them, running up to 550 million suit against this fake medical report. Nigeria has shown that they are very manipulative on this process. But I can tell you, these are the things that are attracting the international community and the world leaders. We see what the Israeli government is saying about Mazi Nnamdi kanu completely now, and what is going to happen on the 20th October. Mazi Nnamdi kanu is fortifying himself already, ahead of what the uncertainty that has already been tied with Omotosho at the end of the day. Can Supreme Court defeat the appeal court, or will Mazi Nnamdi kanu be able to defeat, enjoy that support from Supreme Court, knowing fully well that whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to allow the Attorney General of the Federation, the Chief Justice of the Federation, to do the needful and allow the right thing to be done over the matter of Mazi Nnamdi kanu, without influencing it by the presidency or the Fulani, the jihadists, political players within the corridors of power, who are bent on making sure that Mazi Nnamdi kanu is not being released, even if he goes to Supreme Court or anywhere, to seek redress on issues of illegality around his trial. But you can see that also in that video, people are calling for his release, people are seeking the international Donald Trump intervention immediately. There's a protest in that regard that this man Donald Trump should actually intervene immediately without looking back. There's no need of wasting time, because according to now, these people are still going from one place to another, killing Nigerians. killing Christians. Look at the one that has just been reported, recently now. After attacking a particular spot, they still went to church and killed a lot of people there. They are not backing down, and Nigerian government are not saying anything further apart from we understand what Donald Trump is trying to do. I do not know how that has been able to save lives at the end of the day. So this is what the reality on ground. There's a grand plan to jail Mazi Nnamdi kanu, and that is why he's attracting the UK, the international community, the US, the Israeli government, the Canadian government, even the Pope too has also added his voice in that regard. These things are going to create an international intervention and possibly invasion of the of Nigerian system to rescue a man who has been adjourned by relevant bodies all over the world as innocent. So there's not how Nigeria people are watching what is going to happen on the 20th, and everything is being put on the head of James Omotosho and the federal government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. At the end of the day, whatever happens, Nigeria will be able to know, how that got to a point where we don't know the kind of law they want to use I don't know the kind of section of the constitution or section of the law they want to use to invoke a possible life imprisonment jail term on Mazi Nnamdi kanu. And that's why Mazi Nnamdi kanu has finally declared war on these institutions of manipulation or oppression and suppression at the end of the day.
Okay, but there was an alleged report that what the Nigerian judiciary are in complete disarray as regards Nnamdi Kanu freedom. They say they are split, and even Dr. Omotosho was even probably drilled by the appeal court as regards, just like you said, the law that will be used to try Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that the judiciary, if they are not getting it, because other global attention has been drawn to this Nnamdi Kanu's issue, and if the judiciary cannot, put out the law that they want to use to try Nnamdi Kanu, do you think that this might lead to a global, disgrace?
Yeah, it's always already a global disgrace now. There's no two ways about it. Nigeria is trying to cover that illegality, that shame. The Kenyan government has taken a decision. Imagine a situation where the Kenyan government, the court of Kenya came and make a pronouncement, against Nigerian government in favor of Mazi Nnamdi kanu. And Nigerian government is still struggling after 5 years in Nnamdi Kanu's DSS detention. My brother, this is wickedness. This is criminality. This is a high level of injustice. But the funniest thing is that, how would Bola Ahmed Tinubu? I don't know. It surprises a lot of people that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had decided, to, back this illegality by keeping silence. And you are threatening the wrath of the international community. You are threatening the wrath of the Western powers. You are threatening the wrath, of a possible military and all forms of invasion on Nigeria because of this deliberate and calculated abuse on a man who has not actually done anything wrong. Yes, the Omotosho might be under scrutiny by the Supreme Court or by the Chief Justice of the Federation, or possibly by the Attorney General of the Federation. But all these institutions we are looking at, how have they been able to manage and provide justice for Nigerians or for the Nigerian judicial system, without being under a certain influence of one president or the other? Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown disrespect for the issue of Mazi Nnamdi kanu completely, and I wish that the same measure is using against Mazi Nnamdi kanu, the United States government under Donald Trump will use the same measure against him, so that he will feel the impact of this wickedness against Mazi Nnamdi kanu. That's my take on that. Thank you.
No more chains! No more chains! Justice now! Justice now! Free Nnamdi! Free Nnamdi! Every tribe standing strong forever! Kanu now! APC! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Tinubu! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Ababio! DSS! Free Mazi Nnamdi kanu now! That is what we are demanding for. We want it now! Now! You cannot keep a man in detention for 7 years. Adjournment. Every year adjournment will soon reach 100 years. 10 years, over 10 years. Only one man, free him. Hello? Yes, free Mazi Nnamdi kanu now.
How can a government negotiate with terrorists, one of the most dangerous in the world, but hold a man who never carried a gun, only spoke against injustice, and yet many who go to church every Sunday support this